Good morning, everyone. It's me, Lydia, and as always, I am quickly pulling up my phone to check on our live stream. So let's see. Great, I'm going to turn that down so I don't echo. So good morning. Let's see. I am super excited for our conversation this morning. Also, I have my tamp and grind tea that is very fresh and very warm. So I don't know if I'll even be sipping on it because it's still very hot, which is good, but having some allergies, so I'm really trying to get some aromatherapy out of it as well. Anyways, let's get on task because we are only here for approximately 600 seconds, which, if you can do some quick mental math, is only 10 minutes. So I'm really just gonna go ahead and dive in. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday so far here where we are at in Louisiana. It's only 8:30 in the morning, but still, hope you're having a wonderful day. So let me go ahead and I am going to share my screen and we are going to jump in. So let's make this big. So I am Lydia Murphy, and you can tell I look a little bit different now than when this photo was taken. I not recently, but I dyed, or I bleached half my head a few weeks ago. So my hair doesn't look like that anymore, but my face still does. So that's good. I am the social media coordinator here at Ugly Mug, and I'm super excited. Today we are going to be talking about some little part of how to create a message for your social media marketing for your customers and how to make sure that you're staying relevant in their feed. Let's take a quick sip and pray we don't burn ourselves. No burn, but still pretty hot. Okay. So as you can tell from the title, we are going to talk about what it means to enter the conversation that is already happening in your customers' heads. So when I was getting started with Ugly Mug, this was something that was pretty commonly brought up, I feel like, in conversations that I would have with Hannah Acosta and Wayne, and probably even Hannah Broom. I just feel like I heard it a lot. And so from that, obviously, I've gained a good understanding, but I'm glad that it was something that they pushed because I feel like it's not really inherently natural for us to just do as social media marketers. I feel like we always have this pressure to come up with something new that's really awesome, that's going to like stun our audiences. But essentially what this means is that when we are posting just a regular post or even creating an ad for our target audience, we're trying to think about what are they already thinking about in their normal everyday lives. So I have some examples that I'm going to go through here today, and they are all pretty much examples that we made or posts that we made, ads that we created for our clients, but they were from the beginning of when COVID-19 pandemic was kind of really fresh. They were so March, April, May. So that's kind of what the overarching theme is, but it's still pretty easy to translate that into your business and what your audiences are thinking about every single day. And that can change. And so that's the important part, is being adaptable and understanding what those people are thinking about and then reaching them with those messages. So the first example is this from Bella Grace Paper. So they're a company who they have two main focuses. One is stationery, so wedding invitations, birthday, thank you notes, all of that sort of world. And then also they do children's toys and gifts and things like that. So obviously when you read the first line, and you can see this is March 25th, when you read the first line of this post, it says, running out of ideas to keep the kids entertained while at home. So their audience is primarily moms, so young women who have children, And so obviously when COVID started and people cannot go to work, children cannot go to school or daycare or what have you, this is obviously something that is at the forefront of the mind of the people who we are putting this post out to. So I'm not going to read all of that there, but that's just the one thing I wanted to highlight. I could talk more about it, but again, we're limited on our time today. Next example from Bella Grace is, like I said, they do a lot of wedding stationery. Still pretty hot. And so again, those young girls who are planning weddings when COVID first started happening and started shutting things down, those women were very stressed. And there were a lot of unknowns. And so Bella Grace sort of shifted their typical, I forget the word I'm trying to use, but what they would typically do to market it to those women, they kind of switched that up and said, hey, let's offer free virtual consultations so that people don't have to physically come see us. And then kind of also the messaging here is to sort of alleviate some of that stress that they know that those women were feeling. Next example, if you're local, you know Wildwood. So when COVID first happened, obviously the restaurant industry took a hard hit, and so they had to adjust. Places, if they didn't have a drive-through, had to figure out how to handle everyday orders without people coming into their restaurant. So for this post, you can't see all of the text or the copy, but they outlined 4 different ways that you could still eat with Wildwood. So takeout, delivery, like waiter and things like that, or they kind of created a makeshift drive-through as well. So again, obviously these people still want to eat Wildwood, and they need to know, at that time they did, how can I still get it? What is the process? What do I need to do? That was something that was already in their head. So they're just catering to that. Next example is from Watkins Group. They are a independent insurance agent company. And so a big portion of their company services businesses and groups, so group benefits. And so I think that this was something that was definitely at the forefront of those businesses' minds. You know, during online enrollment, how is that going to affect how my company handles that? Is it any different? And so Watkins we posted this to reassure people that online enrollment is super easy and it can actually even be better. So you're saving paper forms, you're saving time, and you're reducing your errors. So just highlighting the benefits, even though there's a change, people are thinking about it. And so that actually brings me to another thought. I think an important thing here with the overall idea of entering the conversation is you want to enter the conversation at the pretty much as soon as you can in your copy, in your image, wherever. So enter that conversation. And then even if there is a frustration that you know that your people are experiencing or thinking or feeling, kind of amp that up. And so you want to like fester that frustration. And then if you have a solution, provide your solution, because once they read this issue or this feeling that they're already feeling, so it's relevant to them, they're engaged with your message. And if you can provide a solution, then that's just making you more valuable. So that's kind of what we did here with Watkins Group. I just have one more example. This is from Katrina over at Vibe here in Alexandria. We love. This was actually a post that she made, so we didn't come up with this, but we thought it was a great example. What time is it? Oh, I'm running low. Of entering the conversation. So she runs a co-working space, so people can come to her space, and they can pay to work there for a day. They can rent monthly. And so when COVID hit, obviously she was affected very greatly. And so she made this post just kind of talking about the struggles of working from home, because a lot of the people that were using her service before COVID just had to start working from home. And that is definitely a big shift to make. And so she was just really honest and open about those struggles, which is definitely something that the people that she serves were already thinking about. So those are all my slides. Let me go ahead and quit sharing. Let me know if you have any questions. Real quick, I know I just hit my 10-minute mark. And thank you so much to everyone who is joining us this morning. But real quick, I just want to remind you all, if you don't already know, Hannah Acosta and I are in the midst of promoting our new 6 weeks to social. Let me start over. It's still early. Our 6 weeks to social success course. And I'm super, super excited about it. And if you want to learn more, I will, once this live is over, I'm going to kind of adjust the little copy here. So there will be a link that you can click and go read about what that is. But essentially, it's just a 6-week course. I really cannot talk today. And so we're meeting virtually through Zoom once a week. I think a man may have just run into my car with his physical body, not his car, but hope he's okay. Anyways, it's a 6-week course where we meet virtually once a week through Zoom. And we have specific topics that we are going to cover each week. And we're going to be teaching for around an hour and a half, and then have half an hour of really valuable Q&A time. And so we're hoping that everyone who signs up is able to join us live, but if not, we will have the recordings of the sessions that will be available to you pretty soon after we have them. And so an exciting thing that I want to let you know about is that the course is valued at $500, which I think is already a steal. But if you sign up and purchase the course and use the code Lydia, which is my name, and I will spell it for you, LYDIA. So if you go to checkout and use the code Lydia in all caps, you will save $205, which is a 40% discount, or like 41 or 42. I don't remember. I did the math once. So almost 50% off, which is crazy, but you can only use that code until, I believe, September 28th. So we are counting down the days for our early bird discounts. I would love for you to join us during that course. Again, I will have the link pretty soon after this. So if you're not watching us live, you'll probably have it available to you. But I would love for you to go read about what that is. Hannah and I will be going live at some point this week and talking about exactly what's going to be happening during each week, what you guys will be learning. And so I'm super pumped for that. But that's all I have for you today. I hope that you learned a little bit about what it means to enter the conversation that is already happening in your customers' heads and why that is important. And yeah, I'm going to sign off. I know I'm a little bit over my 600 seconds, but had to get that bit in at the end. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Now I'm going to go drink my tea. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday. See ya.